There we go. Good morning. Hey, Asia. You must be like scrolling, like she getting on any moment now. How are you? Hey, Adria. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I had to go kind of finish getting myself together. Good morning. Good morning. Because I have been literally sitting in here since before 7. I was on it this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Water Gold Wednesday, baby. Or, as Chanel said, it's Wagovi Wednesday, Water Gold Wednesday, all the things. Hey, friends. Good morning. Good morning, Shay. Good morning. Hey, Elba. How are you? Thank you for sharing the live. Good morning. Good morning, friends. How are we doing? It's Wednesday. It's a Water Gold Wednesday. I'm going to get this water in today, y'all. I got it in yesterday. Hey, Let. How are you? How is it going? Morning, peeps. I love that. Hey, Crochet Sister. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Okay, what's your great news? Tell me, because we celebrate all things over here, sis. Got to clap for you, cheer for you, scream, all the things. What we doing? What are we doing? In Asia, I'm not sure if Monica told you. I have the whole wheat flour to start the starter. Ooh, come on. A1C went from a 5.8 to a 5.5. And was that even going down on dose? Was that going down on your dose? Did that include that time frame? Okay, good, Asia. Hey, Shartona, good morning. And you're starting Qsimia. Well, you got your wish because I remember that live. And is it the same doctor who's letting you start Qsimia? Good morning, friends. Good morning. But I'm concerned about you and Qsimia because it's got phentermine in it, Let. You gonna be all right with that? Good morning. Okay, same doctor. All right. I'd be curious, have you told the story of like what changed her mind? Hey, Southern Vaughn. Hey, KB. Good morning. Good morning. Somehow I missed y'all's comments. Okay, Asia. Hey, Danielle. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. You asked for Jardiance, and she said no. And I would probably look like I'm a doctor. I would agree with that. But Jardiance would just continue to lower your A1C, and your labs kind of proved you didn't need that. So I get that. Ooh, Elba officially 62 today. Officially 20. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Bridget. Good morning. Good morning, friends. How are y'all doing? It's a Water Gold Wednesday. Y'all already know if we don't do nothing else today, baby, we need to meet this water goal. We need to hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. We need to hit it. We need to hit it, y'all. How is everybody doing this Wednesday? I have been up and at 'em. I have been sitting in here. Okay. All right, Let. I mean, I don't think anything will happen to you. I just, as someone who has been on phentermine a couple of times, probably about 3 times. Once when it was part of FinFin. I think I'm no longer a fan of it. No longer a fan of it. That's all. Thanks, Chaos Slayer. Thanks, Chris. The next Chris. Thanks, Sabrina. Y'all just coming on in the room. Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's a Water Gold Wednesday. Or as Chanel said, it's a Wagovi Wednesday. You know? Hey, Jay. How are you? Good morning, friends. Good morning. Hey, Shay. Hello. I'm a lawyer in real life. Hey, Sor Danielle. How are you? And how is your journey going? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Nadine. Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate it. I'm just out here trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm in Wonderland. I reached Wonderland. And we're just kind of hanging out right there on the edge. Good morning. Good morning. Chaos Slayer. Thanks for sharing the live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Still not getting the results. Let's have a chitty chat behind the scenes, Danielle, and talk about where your frustration comes in. So, unless you want to share a little bit now, y'all. So, I'm a lawyer in real life. Is one of my sorority sisters. She is a friend. She was on. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing. She was on compounded semaglutide, and she just switched to tirzepatide. So, she's on compound. Okay, she said not at all. So if you want to share what your frustration is, because we got quite a few people in the room who've been on the med quite a while and have some experience. They may want to share part of their story. And but we can also talk privately. We can still talk privately. That doesn't negate that. Good morning, friends. Come on in the room. It's Water Goal Wednesday. We don't do nothing else today, baby. We need to meet this water goal. What is your water goal? And where are you at? And who are these people out here drinking water before they drink their coffee? Because, baby, I done had that coffee this morning. We're done. We're on to water now, but first, coffee. We don't drink our water before we drink our coffee. So, Danielle, I'm a lawyer in real life. That could be a few things. So keep in mind, weight fluctuates from day to day. Drink your water. Are you hitting your water goal? Because your body could be retaining. Have you had anything high in sodium or things that bloat you? I found out through chatting with my friends in here. I made some seafood chowder. Hey, QL. Hey, Foofer. You woke up with a migraine, so you started with electrolytes. Baby, yeah. Did you get enough water yesterday? Could be dehydrated. Chris says Kiala then coffee. We right here, yeah. Why are you saying like most people? That messed me up comparing. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. So sometimes a lot there, there's been a movement in the community to have, there's been a movement in the community to drink water before you drink your coffee. I'm not doing that. Drink my coffee before I drink my water. Thanks, Dominique. I found out, I'm sorry, Danielle. I found out through chatting in here, I made some seafood chowder and I put cornstarch in it. Apparently cornstarch is bloating. So several people in the chat were like, it was a seafood chowder. And I thought I was doing a good thing because, baby, I had loaded it up with lots of fish, shrimp, crab meat, and something else. So I was like, it's protein packed. What are you talking about? I ate on it for like 3 or 4 days, and every day I was getting heavier and heavier. But this is the thing. So a couple things. If you have not eaten, because it takes about 3,000 calories to gain a pound. If you haven't eaten 3,000 calories above what you've been eating, it's water weight. Your body is hanging on to some weight for some water for some reason. So it's not, I don't think you've out-eaten. It's real hard to out-eat this medicine. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, so user, is this, Lynn, is this you? I'm sorry. I can't remember. I know this person in real life, and we've been having some private chats aside from this. Good morning, and Angela, thank you for the follow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, and Chaos Slayer brings up a good point. Please remember, the people who are not having great results or are losing at the slower end of the spectrum are not sharing. And don't forget, y'all, PJ, hey PJ, how are you? The medicine, I say this all the time, the medicine is always medicining in the background. Are we doing what we're supposed to do? Are we checking all the boxes? Are we checking all the boxes? So are we hitting our water goal? Are we eating in a caloric deficit? Are we eating enough? Are we eating enough? Because if you're not eating enough, your body's thinking you're starving it, so it's going to hang on to whatever it's got. So are you eating enough? Are you eating protein-led meals? Are you getting in some carbs? There's a misnomer. These medicines do need carbs to, as part of working effectively. Hey, Lady Puff. Good morning, sis. Yeah, are you working with the med or are you working against it? Because there's some things you can do to work against it. Things you can do. So, are you moving your body? Those are some things I start with. Are you rotating your injection sites? Those are all things I start with when I'm not getting the results. And remember, good morning, Miss Lady O. And I'm hoping you're still in here, Daniel. It takes time, and it takes, for some people, it takes a while for the med to build up in your system. It has a 5-day half-life. So I found in my logging and tracking that, hey, Christy, good morning, that it takes me about 4 to about 8 weeks for a dose to build up in my system for me to see results. And I can't remember how long you've been on the med. Put on so I should put it on a t-shirt and mug. Are you doing all the things? Period. Are you doing them all? And people be like, what's doing all the things? Don't worry about it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Are you doing all the things? Good morning, Kat. Hey, Missy. Good morning. Oh, no problem. User 6270. Hey, Anita. How are you? Now that I know your name, I'll remember it. I'll try to remember it, honey. Menopausal brain fog is something else. So Danielle, I hope that, okay, it may take some time. Let's talk offline, Danielle, because I got more questions for you. We're going to talk offline. I'll reach out to you later today once I get off. But you're welcome to hang out because we ain't no telling what we're going to talk about today. Good morning, Antoinette. Good morning, friends. It's a Water Goal Wednesday. Are we going to hit our water goal today? Thank you for the heart me. Let's hit our water goal today, friends. I'm already started. I've had my coffee and we're about to get this water in. I still feel like I'm a tiny bit dehydrated and do something I don't normally do. I don't normally do an electrolyte like back-to-back days unless I am prepping. Jay, that could be it too. That's because I got more questions for her. I don't normally have electrolytes back to back because I find that I don't really need them, but I'm still feeling a little. So we're gonna have some more liquid IV today, or a drip drop. I may do a drip drop because I haven't done a drip drop in a while. You sipping on your Missy, honey. This be by my bed. I just refilled it. Last night I drank down to about right here, and I just went ahead and refilled it and said, it's Water Goal Wednesday. Let's get it in. Let's count from the beginning. Let's not worry about what you had in the middle of the night, because y'all know I don't really count that in my water for the day. Just filled it up and let's go. Let's get it. Hey, Sue, how are you? Let's get it. 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 Let's get it, y'all. Grand Rising Kim. Happy Wednesday, friends. What do we need to celebrate? So we got Let, hey, Abby. Hey, Nurse in Reverse. Abby. Let's A1C. Hey, Skiller. Let's A1C went down. It was a 5.8. It's now 5.5. With me, you have to worry about drinking too much water. Christy, how much water are you drinking? So I just feel really like, and I think about what JT said about this, how she was like, but I'm drinking all my water. And the doctor was like, you could still be dehydrated because you got to fill up those cells. And I still feel a tiny bit dehydrated, which tells me I'm probably not getting enough water. I'm not hydrated enough. Let me say that. I'm not hydrated enough. So we're going to focus. Thank you, Abby. Appreciate it. We're going to focus on, for me, we is me. I'm going to focus on hydration today. I'm trying to hit them other goals, but I want to really focus on trying to feel like hydrated. Feel a bit more hydrated. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Willetta. Good morning. How y'all doing? Everybody all right? Christy, you used to drink 180. Now you drink 120. Wow. Wow. Hey, Moot Moot, how are you? So yeah, anybody else got anything we need to celebrate? Any scale or non-scale victories? And anything outside the community, in the community we need to celebrate? Hey, Nebby, how are you? Yeah, Christy be getting that in. I'm like, whoo, whoo, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. And Christy, with the amount of exercise you do, are you doing an electrolyte every day? Oh, Missy, y'all went from a 2X bathing suit to a lot. I love that for you. Congratulations. I will not be in a bathing suit this summer. You can miss me with it. Y'all, I have dimply thighs, and I'm very, like, that's my thing that I'm conscious about. And so it's a no for me, dog. As well as like short shorts. Like y'all gonna get a peek of me in them gold shorts just as a follow up to the video. But that's it. That's it. That's as brave as I'm gonna get. Thank you, Anita. Annette, you had a great gym session this morning. I love that. Okay, so Christy, you are doing an electrolyte since you get so much movement in. Missy, you swim every day. I love that. Lady Puff engagement. What do you mean? Christy being down 119. They don't want me drinking too much. Yeah, I could see that. Yes, Nebby said Fitly will be live with a guest host. Is that Lee Fits in? When is he going live, Nebby? Because that hearing is this morning, isn't it? Swim shorts, KB. At least you're doing that. I'm not even going to do that. There's still a judgment summary review. Yes. Judge is going to issue that. Good morning, Divanette. How you doing, sis? Good morning, friends. Good morning. Jay, I think, yes. Hey, that you thought it was 424. So is it tomorrow? Or is it today? Oh, Jess is at the court. Okay, listen. Okay, Lady Puff. So yeah, people are saying thought it was tomorrow. It's today. Is it today or tomorrow? Oh, on the 24th. So it is tomorrow. So the hearing is tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow. So I guess we need to be all ears and eyes. Oh, thanks, Lady Puff. I love that. Whatever that was cute. That was cute. So yes, we need to be paying attention to that. Any other scale, non-scale, community, non-community victories? Did we celebrate everybody? Jay, I need some more prompts. Y'all, Jay has got me. Yes. Okay, Lady Puff. Jay has got me really like on Chat GPT. Chris said he gonna stay in his Starbucks bubble and pretend nothing is happening. And if y'all following Chris, y'all should know. I don't know if you noticed, he's tagging Starbucks in his videos. Yes. So yeah, you asked Chat GPT. So yeah, Christy, mine was good morning, Summer. Summer, how are you feeling? Okay, so Kat says the hearing is tomorrow, 2/24 at 1:30 Central Time, which means it's 2:30 Eastern Time, which means it's 12:30 Mountain, 11:30 Pacific. Ooh, y'all, Summer says she feels inflamed. And Summer, when was your last poke? Was it last week or the week before? Summer, no. I frequently hear people feel like their inflammation, that's one of the first things they feel like comes back is their inflammation. John Henry, I have not. I did not get a chance to spend a ton of time on TikTok yesterday. After I got off, I was like moving and grooving to a bunch of different things. We taped an episode. We taped yesterday's episode of At Me Later. I did cups. I shipped some tumblers. Those tumblers you saw me with yesterday morning, I shipped those. I finished some more, but I can't show you all those because they belong to somebody in the community. Hey, Anna Maria. Okay, so y'all, Summer's last retatrutide clinical trial poke was April 11th. It is now April 23rd, and she says she feels inflamed. Which a lot of people in the community, when they come off of TERS, That's one of the first things they say. They felt their inflammation coming back. So Summer, you feel inflamed. Do you feel any like joint achiness or pain? Hey, Smart and Sassy. Leaf It's In will be live waiting for to get at longevity to get out of the meeting. They will go live together. That's today, Christy. Thank you, Lady Puff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy hump day, Laura. How are you? Yes, y'all, can y'all keep tapping and commenting? That shows TikTok engagement. Please. Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. Okay. I didn't know if there was like some sort of prelim or something going on today. I'm like so out of that loop. Thanks, Lady Puff, for the reminder. Yeah, I'm so out of that loop right now, y'all. I'm in a whole bubble of some other things. Some other things. Jay, did you hear me? Did you say something? I need some more prompts. Hey, Misha, how are you? All right, y'all. So anything else we need to celebrate? How's everybody doing? I don't have anything deep and thoughtful this morning. I don't. I do not. I did not. I read a little bit this morning, but I don't have anything. Just, we just out here doing what we do. You made the switch to protein coffee this week. So Summer, were you not doing protein coffee before? And is it cold coffee, hot coffee? What you doing? Lady Puff says, y'all grab your heart meat and share out the live. Ooh, okay. I'm going to pin Sabrina's comment. Let's talk about this. Sabrina says she has type 2 diabetes and now insurance is denying coverage because her A1C is controlled. And y'all, I think we don't talk enough about this. This is a common tactic in the community. Like, people are starting to face this more and more. I think sometimes people feel like diabetics have it easier and it's almost a guarantee for the meds. It's not. It's not. A lot of times they want your A1C to be really, really high to get access. They love to apparently deny continuation of coverage because they're like, you don't need it. It's controlled. But it's controlled because I've been on the medicine. That's why it's controlled. And and I'll be honest, that's probably one of my biggest fears when I get my new job and I'm going after insurance coverage. They're going to be like, well, you're controlled. Well, it's controlled because I've been on the med. That's how that's why it's controlled. That's why it's controlled. So Sabrina, my question to you is, what are you doing to fight it? Is your doctor going to appeal, or they're like, and so you're gonna get somebody else to do it? Good morning, Misha. Thank you for the team bracelet. All right, Asia, bringing protein coffee. The Javi protein coffee. Missy, was the final verdict a denial, or were you able to regain access? Summers, you were saying I was going just regular iced coffee. Now you're doing Atkins latte protein shakes. Okay. Thanks, Nisha. Right, Nurse in Reverse? What's the plan, Sabrina? Let us know. We can't let insurance win. I haven't seen her video. Okay. Thanks, Summer. So then I need to go chase Sabrina's video today. That's so messed up. Yours was still approved, Christy, with the 4.8. I think it depends on coverage. I feel like sometimes it depends on how the doctor words things. Good morning, Moni. Insurance is not trying to help. You have to beg and document everything. Exactly. We're working on a resubmission. They said they will approve for obesity. What? They'll approve you for obesity, but not. That's weird. You got in contact with Gail. Let's go, Sabrina. That's right. That's why I was like, and so we, look at Christy. Christy said, y'all, nurse practitioner Gail in the community, she's the GOAT. But I'm going to tell you right now, friends, hey, Dirty, it's 30. Good morning. If you do not have labs, Don't worry about going to Gail. Don't worry about going to Gail if you ain't got labs. Y'all, you need to have labs. You need to have labs. Good morning, good morning. Pam, good morning. So you've been on the meds for 23 months and you got your A1C down to 5.5 and now they're refusing to pay. Are you resubmitting, Pam? Never give up. I'm not Sabrina say I'm not the one, basically, or the two. I'm not the one, and today is not today, baby. Not today. That's right. That's right, baby. That's right. Valerie Michelle, that's right. Rise and shine, friends. It is a Water Gold Wednesday. We winning today. It's hump day. It's all the things. It's all the things. Hey, Salsa, how are you? Thank you for the heart, me sis. Right? Right, Chaos Slayer. Gail for the win, honey. Oh, Divanet, really? You've been with nurse practitioner Gail for 2 years? Look, 2 years ago, I didn't even know this community existed. So listen, I'm loving that. I didn't know this community existed 2 years ago, but let's be clear. When I get my new insurance, if they do a denial, I'm ready for, I got my docs. I'm ready for 2 years ago. I'm ready for years ago, for almost 20 years ago from labs. And actually, believe it or not, y'all, I'll be honest. I'm working on, during the time I had a thyroid issue and I was taking these glucose tolerance tests when I was getting diagnosed with PCOS, I'm trying to get that whole medical file. I have a couple of the letters where the doctor wrote me and said, hey, this is what happened to you. But I'm trying to get all of those old records. I want a copy. I want a copy of all of those. Of all of those. Yep, your PA was approved in 20 minutes, Christy. That's what I'm talking about. Even at 2 different insurances, both approved, time in 2 hours. Honey, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, Christy, you've been with Gail for over 2 years too? Hey, Tiffany Maxine, let's glow and grow. Hey, one of God's children, Tiffany Maxine, y'all, thank you for the heart me's. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all. So yeah, so y'all, please remember, if you're trying to get a PA approved, it doesn't matter really who you're going to. You need labs. You need labs. But particularly Gail gonna want a bunch of labs. Oh, I love that, Christy. I love that. Now, I'll be honest, because I'm familiar with the Metroplex, I'll go see Gail in person. I will fly to Dallas for the day, run see her, and get my tail back on the last thing smoking back to Atlanta. I have no problem with that. Pam, Gail, nurse practitioner Gail is someone here on TikTok. She's Chaos Slayer. There she is. Thank you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Can you pin that, Chaos Slayer? Please. Your doctor couldn't do it, so you went with Gail. You just kept your doctor in the loop. Divanet, that's what we call expanding. I'm sorry, y'all. Menopausal warm. That's what we call expanding our care team. That's what people mean when they say, thank you, Valerie Michelle. When we say we're expanding our care team, you didn't replace your doctor. You used another doctor to work in concert, right? But there's Gail's she's usually booked out a while. You have to go through, I think, one of her assistants now to get an appointment. And then they're going to ask for a whole boatload of documentation that you'll have to supply. But she's, good. Y'all, please don't forget, I'm an affiliate with Fridays. Fridays has a concierge team as well that handles PAs. So that can be an option as well. Check my bio, LINK in my BIO. But yes, that's nurse practitioner Gail's information. Chaos Slayer, you need to get the evidence you need. Let's go. Chrissy said she's seeing Gail next weekend. Good morning. You're feeling a little frustrated. Okay, so JSH. Couple things. So welcome in. How are you doing? So that can happen. There are going to be times on this journey, JSH, you're not going to lose for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You should, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going, WL is not linear. There are going to be lots of ups and downs in it. Real talk, because we have real talk in here with love. You're very, very early in your journey, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Most of that 11 you lost is water weight. It's water weight, and your body is kind of reacclimating itself to the medicine. And so you're probably not gonna have, some people do. It also depends on where you start, your starting weight, all of this. Healthy and sustainable is zero point 0.5 to 2 lbs a week, but every week will not be a loss. And you just said you haven't lost anything in 1 week. That's nothing to be alarmed about. That is absolutely normal. Absolutely normal. John Henry, we absolutely have to advocate. Oh, yes, Monica. I was like, wait, what? John Henry, I know it. I know it. Lady Puff, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely keeping you. Christy calls nurse practitioner Gail an angel on earth. All right. All right. Good morning. Hey, Andrew. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Yeah, and some people, JSH, keep in mind, some people don't even lose in their first month or two. It takes them getting to higher doses, although higher doses do not equate to more loss. You just have to find the dose that's right for you. Hey, B, if you have any other questions, though, please feel free to ask, but please don't get frustrated. That's normal. That's normal. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You got to have a lot of patience, baby. You got to be one of God's toughest soldiers to hit this journey. Because there are going to be lots of bumps in the road. Lots of bumps. Ooh, Christy, really now? That's amazing. Chaos Slayer. Okay, Divanet says nurse practitioner Gail has availability now. Her appointment was scheduled for tomorrow, and they called her last week. Oh, I love that. Hey, Brownie, good morning. Good morning. Asia's like, what does Shannon bring back? Missy, I wouldn't message her. I would go to her page, look at her link, and see how you go about getting to her. Because Gail is inundated, and she's not somebody who posts on TikTok regularly. We may say nurse practitioner Gail pop up once or twice a month. I would go to her page, look at her bio. I know she has a link. I'm pretty sure she has a link. Click the link and follow whatever the instructions are. I would not message her because it could be forever before she gets back to you. How are we doing, friends? Happy Wednesday. It's a while to go Wednesday, friends. Woohoo. Divanet says, no, just call the office and they will send her an information packet. There you go. So go to nurse practitioner's bio, look for the number. Divanet, who is a patient, says, call the office and get you a packet sent to you. Lady Puff, because that's what she does, baby. She's the GOAT. She out here just slaying chaos left and right. And there you go. That's who we're talking about, y'all, with PAs, difficult PAs. Difficult PAs. That's who we're talking about. She is one of the greatest to ever do it. She's one of the greatest to ever do it. So yeah, and she's here on TikTok. She only posts like once or twice a month. She doesn't post very often. But you gotta have labs. You gotta have labs. And the further back your labs go, the better. That's why I'm trying to get my labs from like 20 years ago. I'm trying to get them. I have called the practice. I'm gonna call where my doctor is now and be like, where are your records archived? I want a copy of my records. I need a copy of my records. I want them. I want them. Yeah, Divanet says she did 15 years worth of labs because those labs 20 years ago, y'all, said my A1C was a 6.7. Missy, where is it? Where was his practice? Is the practice still around? Did another doctor take over the practice? So call and ask where those records would be and if you can get a copy of them. My doctor, he only, I think, comes into that office once or twice a month. And they're like, your records are archived. Okay, well, tell me how I can get access to them. I want them. I want them. Christy says, make sure you request to see Gail when you call. So there's that. Can y'all keep tapping? Can y'all, been on 45 minutes. We're not at 20K yet. Can y'all tappity tap, 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 please? It was 23 years ago. Missy, nothing hurts. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Ask. Ask. If that office is still around, I would ask. I would absolutely ask. Because that's what I'm doing. And I'm glad y'all said that. That reminds me. I'm going to call that office back. Son goes to your old pediatrician. They still have everything on site. Wow, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, Kim says record retention varies by state. And I want to say they said my records might be like off-site in a storage facility. Ooh, Divanet, not trying to feed the chickens, text and tap. Thanks, Kim. That's a good idea. Y'all check your state records in terms of how long people are supposed to keep your records. Because I am. I am. Summer, absolutely, honey. You absolutely need to request them. I sure would. I sure would. And because just of the way things work now, I'm, as I go with care teams and whatnot, I'm requesting them. And y'all don't forget for labs as well. Hey, Simply SCSU, happy Wednesday. For labs as well, we can so my provider uses Quest, right, for labs. So not only, I found out this, not only are my labs in my MyChart account for my provider, my labs are also in my Quest portal. Quest, when I created a Quest account, it matched up my date of birth and who I am. And so I have access to older labs. Same thing with LabCorp. I have access to older LabCorp records because it matched me up. It matched me up. Right, JoJo? Baby, download all them labs, y'all. Download them. Document them. Download them. PDF them. Save them somewhere safe so you have them. JoJo recommends, hey JoJo, good morning, and good advice. Always make an account if you can with the lab company. And y'all, the two major lab companies, 9 times out of 10, we're all doing labs with either LabCorp or LabQuest, depending on the practice you go to and whoever they align with. You're always talking with the ladies at the front desk and she get, honey, yes, we be nice to the people. Doesn't matter how annoyed we are. We're nice to the office staff because they are the key. And y'all, I never forget this. I still can't find her. The nurse who did my vitals for my first appointment at my new endocrinologist, September 2023. She was the one who put me on to MJ. That's the person who said, you need to go in there and ask for Mounjaro. She said, I am down 100 pounds. That's what you need to ask for. Because, baby, I owe her. I owe her in the mightiest way. One sentence, y'all. One simple sentence and piece of advice changed my life. Y'all wouldn't see me had it not been for her. I'd still be sitting there. on Ozempic. Frustrated. Okay, Lady Puff. That lady changed my life. As someone who runs an office, be nice to, yeah, Summer said it. As someone who runs an office, be nice to her, and she'll do whatever she can for you. People will help. Lady Puff, I'm gonna write it down because I'll forget. I will forget. So yeah, so friends, make sure you're doing your documentation. We're recommending that depending on where you've gotten labs, and if you've gotten labs in the past, if you're getting labs, let's say from LabCorp, but in the past you went to Quest for labs, do accounts on both so it can pull your information. Do accounts on both. So I can go back and see labs since forever. Let me pull up my LabCorp account. Let's see how far back it gets me. Good morning, friends. We're talking today. We kind of got into we're talking about documentation, and we were essentially talking about nurse practitioner Gail, because there have been a couple people, hey Lisa, some folks in here who are type 2 diabetics, and their PAs are being denied because their A1Cs are controlled. Hey Jen, 30, you've lost 35 and 10 up to 12.5 and haven't lost in weeks now. Jen, that's normal. It's normal. So when that happens for me, so a couple things. Weight loss is not linear. It's not going to be consecutive days of loss, right? Not linear. Also, when that's happening to me, I'm checking several things. Am I doing all the things? So am I rotating my poke sites? Have I adjusted my caloric intake? Because don't forget, it varies. The advice varies. Check with the dietitian, nutritionist. If you're using the Lose It app, something like that, every 10 to 20 pounds, you should be readjusting your caloric intake. Should be updating that. Are you checking all the boxes? Are you moving your body? Are you getting in enough water? Are you eating enough? Are you eating too much? All those things play a part. So I kind of look at, am I doing my part first? If I'm not losing, am I doing my part? And keep in mind, I don't know how long you've been on 12.5. I found for me, based on kind of how I log my stuff, it takes about 4 to 8 weeks for a dose to get in my system and build up before I see results. So those are just some things, but I would not get frustrated. I know it can be frustrating. You just got to keep going. This ain't for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart, but I do understand that it is frustrating. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Let's go, Chaos Slayer. After bringing a treat, bring in a treat. They'll never forget you. You do that for your farm. You see, and they know you by your voice. Yes, y'all. Hey, Armando. Good morning, y'all. We gotta treat the service workers good. D. Robert Life reminds us. Check if you've been denied. Check with your PBM, and your denial letter should say why you were denied. And your physician can write an appeal letter or do a peer-to-peer. It depends on if they're willing to do it as well, D. It's time to get them done again. Chaos Slayer. It's time to get them done again. Good morning, Leah. Let's see. I'm looking at LabCorp, y'all. My LabCorp results, y'all, go back to 2016. So I have 9 years of LabCorp results, at least 9 years. You don't know that. And we document everything. Document. We document everything. So get the labs, y'all. But yeah, I have labs in the LabCorp portal from as late as 2016. So I have 9 years Is that right? Yeah, I've got 9 years worth of labs in LabCorp that I can pull. Let's see what Quest has. Good morning, friends. We're talking labs, PAs. If you are somebody who's getting labs, make you an account with LabCorp and Quest, because 9 times out of 10 you've used them both, and it will pull your lab results for you that are old. It'll match you up. Where's the login? Where's the login button? Where's the login button? Okay, there you go. Log into my Quest. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Hey, Astra, how are you? Yeah, y'all, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit, y'all. It's not medical advice. It's just something to maybe help prompt your provider. Thank you for the heart, me, Astra. You can upload your labs into Chat GPT, and it can kind of analyze them and can help lead you in a conversation, a productive conversation with your provider. It's not medical advice or anything, but it could be helpful. It could be helpful to you. Let's see. We've got, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see how far back my LabCorp results go in my LabCorp portal. Because documentation is key. Oh, y'all, let's see. It looks like I have lab results in LabCorp as late as 11/9/2011. So I have LabCorp results in here from 2011. I'm trying to think, what was I doing 2011? I don't know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Michiko, thank you for the heart me. Y'all, we're talking just the importance of labs, PAs. We've had 2 or 3 type 2 diabetics in here that said their PAs have been denied because their A1C is basically controlled now. So that's what we've been chitty chatting about. Missy on Manjaro, and I think there was a Christy in here, not hiking goddess Christy, different Christy. More lawsuits this AM, more important than ever to try for insurance coverage. PAs, double check PAs. That's per Armando, y'all. I think Reuters announced some lawsuits this morning. So please, 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 y'all, work on your access if you can. If you can. Work on access. How are you, Michiko? Did you get home okay? Jojo says he used to do virtual visits with his old insurance and also requested medical records from there. Yeah, you guys, ask for your medical records, no matter where you have gone. Like I told you, I'm trying to get some from over 20 years ago. Is really from like 21, 22 years ago. I'm trying to get access to those. And then mine from like 2018 forward, I'm getting access to those so that I have plenty of labs, so that when driving to work now, so that when Armando, an email is going out today for the meetup, so that I have all my ducks in a row when I get insurance. So you guys, if you have purchased a ticket to the meetup, it is sold out. There's an email going out today to all the ticket holders. So there you go. There you go. It'll probably be this evening, Armando. I'm finishing it up. They had you send the visit notes, etc. So you had those available just in case. Yep. Tay, it doesn't matter. You still need labs. You still need labs. The type 2 that were denied, wonder if having readings from CGM shows highs and lows would help. Leah, I don't know, but depending on who they go with, they may ask for that information. They may ask for that information. And so, I think people have to, hopefully, people will get the resolution they need and get it documented kind of in inside whatever lanes the insurance company wants it denied. So that's why you need somebody experienced with PAs and knows how to handle that. And so Fridays, as well as nurse practitioner Gail. That's who I ride with. Cause yeah, we're gonna, try to make it happen and stay as controlled as we can, y'all. As controlled as we can. But yeah, so don't forget, y'all, sync up your lab work with Quest and LabCorp, because 9 times out of 10, you've had labs done at both. Unless you've just been at the same job. Well, it depends on who your provider uses. Because if you're switching providers, they could use somebody different. And I just found out, I think my endocrinologist, they switch labs. So they're with LabCorp now, not Quest. Armando, my insurance didn't either. Armando, do you have a Costco card? Do you have a Costco card? Chaos Slayer, I do not care. Get them. In love. D, honey, listen. These insurance companies out here denying people life-saving cancer treatments and procedures that could save people's lives. Tammy, it kind of doesn't matter. I don't know, but it can happen with anybody's insurance. Bring LabCorp to meet up just for right, Armando. We're gonna have a traveling somebody be like, "Come on, let's go now." Summer says, "Keep pushing." Armando. So, y'all, and this is another tip, and I think Sue or Veros or somebody on the West Coast used my tip. I found out. Keep in mind, I do not have insurance. I have a part-time job, but I do not have insurance. Right? And my doctor prescribes CGMs. I called Costco and was like, hey, can you tell me how much they are? I don't have any insurance. Costco has a specific e-voucher, at least for Freestyle. I can't speak for Dexcom. For Freestyle, Libre 3 Plus, that they apply. You must specifically, in this particular instance, you must be a Costco member, that they apply, and my CGMs are $61 and change a month. So you don't need coverage. I don't know if that's in people's budgets. I at this point, I feel like I really need to track, and then my endo and I review my results when I go. So yes, Armando, get a script, get it sent to Costco, and you want them to apply the e-voucher. That's what you want them to apply. And it works. But you have to have a Costco membership. Right, JoJo? Please help the people. Not having labs for a long time can also work against you, so it's good to get them. So Armando, just in case, if that's what you want, and for anybody else who wants CGM access and you have a Costco membership, you must be right. It is summer. I was like super excited. And then when I moved to the freestyle, when they have the plus, the 3++3, because that's what this is, I was like, does the voucher still work? And they were like, yes, it does. So that's a tip for people who are looking for CGM access if it's in your budget. Because, I don't know what's in people's pockets, but there you go. If it is in your pockets, that's how you can get. Yeah, that's it, Brownie. So it's two. I get two. That's a month's supply. Two. So it's like $61 and change here for me a month. Not bad, because without insurance, it's like $178 or something. But yeah, and I forget, it was like Sue or Veros or somebody else who's out on the West Coast, and they said they did it and it worked. But that's what I do, and I've been doing it since November or December. Because I tried the Stello, and I didn't like it. And so, and this is cheaper than that. Because that was $100 a month. That's $99 a month. This is cheaper. So Armando, I love my CGM. So initially when I moved to this endocrinologist, he this is what he recommended, versus he was like, use finger sticks as a backup. He said, I would like you to try this and see if you like it. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 6-month script for it, but I want you to try this. For me, and I'll be honest, I would recommend a CGM for anyone. I know insurance won't pay for them, but I recommend them for anybody. Why? Because it clearly shows me the effect of what I eat, has on my body. I know exactly how things affect my body. For instance, y'all know I don't compromise on my coffee. My coffee has a sugared creamer in it. It's not sugar free. Apparently I didn't use a lot of sugar in it, but like that's where I'm running, and that's where I was running all night. And right in here was my coffee. Normally, let's see if I can show y'all my coffee from yesterday and see what happened. See if it, so that's kind of what my sugar looked like yesterday. And so for me, it's caused behavior modification. I had a waffle within the first month of being on the CGM. It shot my blood sugar up to over 200. It was almost a year before I had another waffle. Behavior modification. When you understand what food does, along with some education about food as well. Christy has a Dexcom G7, yeah. Morning, Letty. You're home alone and really want to do your arm today. How do you manage it? Oh, Valerie Michelle, are you on Name Brand? I missed your comment. Are you on Name Brand or Compound? What are you on? I don't mind helping. Good morning, friends. Good morning. I missed some comments. How do you get your arm with one? So, Valerie Michelle, you could do two ways. If it's Name Brand, just reach over, or the chair method, because this is like the back of my arm. There you go. And same thing with one of these. And with one of those, I usually do the chair. I usually do the chair because it's firm and this is still the back of my arm. Chair method for the win. That's what I do. Now, name brand, I'm a renegade. I just go. It is rare that I do this with name brand. When I'm doing name brand, baby, I just put that thing right there and go. Because technically with name brand, you're not supposed to pinch. You reach back like touching your shoulder blade. So you go over, cat. I think everybody has like their favorite method, which I love. But yeah. Well, Christy, you're a tad smaller. Some of us we got a little bit more meat, sis. We got a little more meat hanging out. JoJo uses the pillow method. Over the shoulder, cat? Like, what is that? Oh, I can't picture that. But yeah, I would recommend, if nothing else, I recommend everybody do a CGM for a month. You do need a script, but I think a month, because when you see the effect that food has on your body, and especially if you're a diabetic, because you're supposed to avoid huge spikes, you do not want huge peaks. My doctor told me I want rolling hills. Because anytime you eat, your blood sugar is going to rise, right? So that was a point of education for me that I didn't realize, but didn't really realize. I didn't understand. So anytime you eat, your blood sugar is going to rise, but you want to avoid extreme peaks. So I already know if I decide I want a Coke or if I want candy, I don't have any candy back here. It's gonna, you gotta understand. Christy says Gail also got her PA approved for her Dexcom with a 4.8. Yeah, I've heard of that too, where not only does she, it's done with the GLP-1, but she can get the script for CGM coverage as well, which I love. Yeah. I'm getting ready, y'all, so I can be ready. I'm gonna get ready. I'm looking for a fingernail file, y'all. I don't know where any are. What'd I do with them? I'm getting ready. Was this helpful to some people? I hope we helped some people. I hope we helped. I'm making a list because I got some people I need to get in touch with today. Anything else we need to celebrate? Anybody got any scale, non-scale, GLP-1, non-GLP-1 victories we need to celebrate? Letty, nope. Your girl's still rocking 12.5, baby. She's bae. And I'm trying to decide. I might move up next month, which would be next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I might. You Leah, now you're starting to sound like Chaos Slayer, Rise and Shine Tiff, and Mama Glenda. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Mama Glenda in quite some time. You're never going to leave. You'll never. Chrissy says she ain't ever betraying 12.5. Asia, can I share part of your story from that place you went to on Monday? Okay, so y'all, friend Asia is here in the community. Let's just say that. She's not on a GLP-1, but she's been trying to get into clinical trials, right? So she didn't get into the retatrutide versus tirzepatide. So she found, thank you, Asia, she found a CagriSema versus tirzepatide clinical trial. And it was closer in the area that we live in Metro Atlanta. she went and she texted me and was like, oh, absolutely not. I told them I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that trial. And I was like, so I called her and was like, what happened? She was like, the guidelines and things they wanted done were absolutely ridiculous. So they inquired, which we understood why. They inquired about birth control. And they basically were like a pill form of birth control was not enough. Like, she would need to get like an IUD, some sort of implant, or surgical birth control, right? Surgical. And provide proof. Abstinence was not enough. She'd have to provide proof, and it was at her own expense. It was at her own expense. So Summer says she had to have 2 forms. I can understand having 2 forms of birth control. But mandating, so these were the only forms basically they were accepting. They were not going to accept a pill. They were not going to accept abstinence. It had to be an IUD, like I guess Norplant or whatever, like an implant, or surgical birth control. She was like, she goes, I told them before I left, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought that was crazy business. Yes, we know why. We know why. And so the understanding about why, but they were not willing, that like those were the only 3 that were acceptable at her own expense, right? And Asia doesn't have insurance right now. And you have to bring back definitive proof. Oh, I'm sorry. And you had to test your glucose by finger prick 6 times a day. No CGM. Chaos Slayer. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Or an IUD that could cause me like some issues. I know they're safer now, but still. Yeah, definitely Summer. I get it. Again, I'm not disputing why it's needed. I'm disputing I have an issue with the levels to which you want me to help you. But some of this was a little extreme. Some of it was just a little extreme. So she said, it's a no. Right? They don't want nobody. They don't want anybody. I got to prick my finger 6 times a day. I ain't got but 10. And if I'm hitting 6, if I'm hitting 1, even if I'm hitting 6 different fingers once a day, baby, by the end of the first week, I'm going to be a whole mess. I'm going to be a whole mess. Chaos Slayer. It is. It is. But I just think I think there are other ways we can ensure birth control. And let's be clear. Implant is going to probably skew your results. Because I don't know anybody that has gotten an implant that didn't. So yeah. Yeah, and then, it's at my expense. So you want me to do all this, basically donate my body to science, but then I have to pay for all the extraneous stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Chaos Slayer. So yeah, Michiko, some people that too, especially if it has, I think, a hormone or whatever in it. I was like, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. We're going to find the right one for you, but I do not blame you on that. Yeah, like, no, miss me with that. Miss me. That ain't what we doing over here. That ain't what we doing over here. So yeah, just thought I'd share that little story. Ah, Michiko. I did not know that. I wonder, wait, like, that's something maybe, y'all, we need to start talking about and asking people when they say they're slow, like, do you have an IUD? Or do you have, are you on like Depro or Norplant? Or what's the one you called one, Tay? Like, um, oh, absolutely, Anita. Absolutely. Absolutely. Though I feel like they need to study some of the people in this community who have gotten pregnant while on the med. Right, D? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, I think yeah, I definitely understand why, and I don't dispute that at all. At all. But I just found the lengths to which they were willing to go take it. Sorry, y'all, closing up all these lab results. And you think it's menopause? Kat, have you had your hormones tested? Y'all, when I get insurance, that's one of the first things I want to get done. I want my testosterone, my estrogen, my progesterone. I want all of that tested. Jojo says, slow responder, but no IUD. Male here, but you are type 2. Yes. And Jojo, what dose are you on? So I do want to get my hormones tested because I think I am out of whack. Yeah, Castle, I think you're right. It's not always just you not doing all the things. I think sometimes, yeah, there are medications that interfere. We know that I think there's some anti-depression slash anxiety meds that can interfere. You're on 10 for a while now. How's your A1C? Let Same. Yeah, I want to get those hormones tested and then figure out something. Letty says hormone testing was the best thing you've done in the last year. Julie, Villanueva Julie says slow responder, you're on birth control. And I would love for Lily and Novo to study that. The effect of birth control and just menopause or perimenopausal women. I would love to see some specific studies kind of around that. Last year in these meds threw you from postmenopausal. Really? Kat, are you kidding? How long had you not had a cycle? Chaos Slayer. 2 years. Oh, wow. Okay, that's crazy business. Okay, Leah, you went into menopause surgically and hormones were crazy till you added estradiol and progesterone. Yeah. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Jojo, your A1C is good. You've been on TERS since last June. That's good. That's why your AUD will IUD will stay. Really, Teresa? I don't have a uterus anymore, so it doesn't matter. So wait, Shartona, you were postmenopausal or were in menopause for a year and then started this and things started back kicking? Ooh, Nebby said she gained 75 pounds on Depot in 2 years. D, it might be, honey. Ooh, Yeah, no, I'm glad my baby maker is gone. Ooh, y'all, I would be in a corner rocking somewhere. I would be in a corner rocking. Jojo, your A1C went from an 11.8 to a 5.7 in 5 months. That's amazing. Grateful for that, even though slow losing. Absolutely. It's coming. It is, as somebody who was a slow loser and my A1C spent a whole year at 5.8, it's coming. Missy, me too. Amanda, you told them to take it all through. Yeah, I left my ovaries, but hindsight is I should have had them take my ovaries because, and she told me, my surgeon, my OB warned me that leaving them in, I still ran the risk of being thrown into menopause. They could stop working. And together we kind of decided, and let's leave them in because maybe they will continue to work. That way you can continue to get hormones as long as you can. Cha! It wasn't even 60 days. Them ovaries said, get somebody else to do it. We done. It's over. It's a wrap. So I should have had them taken out. Jojo, I love this. And I think we forget about this. You notice a difference in your body, though, losing inches. So changes are happening. I love that, love that, love that. Hey, Pete, good morning. Don't play on these meds. Or if you do, be safe. Apparently so. Missy, so glad you. Honey, me too. Y'all out here restarting cycles after at least a year of menopause. Oh, no. Leah, I didn't pay attention. I had my hysterectomy in 18. So I'm not sure. I didn't have a ton of joint pain. I did have a bunch of back pain. And now that you say that, I think I started seeing the chiropractor in 19 or late 18 because my back pain was so bad. Might be on to something. Leah, you just may have asked the $1,000,000 question. You believe yours caused your RH. So no, I already knew I had arthritis in my back. And believe it or not, that was from my time as a flight attendant. The arthritis in my back was from my time as a flight attendant. All the hard airport concrete flooring, heels, lifting bags and things. I had an x-ray done and I have a bunch of arthritis in my lower back. So I knew that, but I remember specifically that the pain in my lower back really, really kicked up something fierce after my hysterectomy. So now you got me wondering. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Stacy's 1/3 of the A Collective. Okay, Leah, you were diagnosed 6 months after your hysterectomy. You think it was a dramatic decrease in hormones suddenly. The RA. So now, Leah, you're going to have me going back. I got to go back and pull these other medical records from around 2018. Thank you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Shartona says a year ago she was icing her legs all day because of inflammation. Well, we can see on my face the inflammation has gone down tremendously because, it's Puff the Magic Dragon. I was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Girl. Not Marshmallow Man, Marshmallow Girl. Something fierce. Something fierce. All right, friends, it's 9:37. I need to get to work. I need to grade some papers. I need to, Stacy, your cups are ready. I'm about to clean them up, shoot them, package them. You're about to get a tracking number, and then we're going to run to the post office or UPS and get them in the mail to you today, my good sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, y'all, thanks for hanging out. This was like good. Like we were all over the place medically, but this was good. I'm really thinking about some things. Leah, you got me thinking. So I need to go and pull up these other medical records. Julie, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Yay! Congratulations. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope this is the start of your best personal new year yet. May it be amazing for you. Scalar, have an amazing day. Y'all have a great day. It's Wednesday. Please don't forget, it's Water Goal Wednesday. Get your water in, y'all. Drink your water. Yes, everybody have a productive day. Have an amazing day. I will listen. I'll see y'all tomorrow. May see y'all out in the streets later today. I don't know. I got to get some work done. I got to be productive. But thank you guys. Thanks for all the gifts, the shares, the likes, the follows. Y'all, if you're not following me, please give me a follow. We're on the road to 10K. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get there. We're on the road to 10K. And I heart y'all. I thank y'all for hanging out this morning. See y'all tomorrow morning, 8:30. Don't forget, ain't nobody bad like you. Let's get out here. Seize the day, y'all. Have an amazing day. Make it a good one. Make it a good one. Bye, everybody. Bye, friends.